does that get picked, and what's
Well,
the
I don't know
thinking
about
behind
an authority, but I've been all my life I've considered. A lot of people say you're an expert at something, and an X is a has been, and a spurt's a drip under pressure. So I don't put a lot of a weight on being an expert or an authority. So, but I'll do my best for you here.
It's good. We know the player's obviously going to be amped. Can you give us an idea of your emotions when you step on the field and you get ready to test your defense there?
I'm really proud. Behind you is where our kids sit, and every time I look back there, I see their faces. And the first time I met them, and now 7-8 months later, I'm so excited to get to see them play live in front of me. I've seen them in practice, I've seen them in scrimmages, but now I get to actually see them in uniform and playing, and I couldn't be more excited to see them go out and compete.
You plan on cycling in a lot of guys on? It might be, like you said, it might be hot on Saturday.
Yes, sir. We plan on playing as many as we can possibly play. It's going to be hot probably, and we want to keep them fresh, and we do want to see what they can do. We have a lot of guys who have got a chance to be great players, and they're not really great players until they go out and show they can do it in Heinz Field.
Well, your game plan, Coach, don't like to talk about game plans. Will
Sure.
it be a little bit vanilla because you got bigger games coming up later on? You don't want to show too much
No.
in the opener?
No,
You're going to open up the playbook?
no.
what's Damari Mathis, I guess, done well this camp? Like, what's sort of his thing as a cornerback that has enabled him to maybe, I guess, get that first rep with
well,
the ones
with
out there?
Damari, I realized early we do statistical analysis on him, like vertical jump and 40, and he might be the best athlete on the team. He had almost a 40-inch vertical jump or in that area. He runs well under 4.5. He's not a little guy. So athletically, it doesn't surprise me that he is where he is. The thing that's exciting about him being a younger guy is how quickly he's picked it up and become significant for us. It's really impressive.
In cornerbacks in this defense, they say go cover that guy. It's pretty much what they have to do.
It really is. In a lot of cases, it's just you against them, and there's a lot of times that you don't have any help, and it's a mano a mano, and he's gone out and competed, and the key is to be victorious when you come back after that play, and he has been enough times to give himself a shot.
Have you coached a defense like this where the cornerback wasn't getting a lot of help?
I have. Yeah, it's been a few years, but yes. And the most important thing is, number one, having a great pass rush that helps those corners a lot, but number two, just having guys that are competitive and also have some skill set, which I think we got quite a few.
Randy, when was the last time you were calling plays in a game that mattered, and how much are you just personally looking forward to getting into that again?
Oh, I've been calling it the day I came here. Coach Narduzzi's given me a chance to pretty much, instead of scripting practice, I've called pretty much since I've been here just to get back in the group. But it's been 12 years.
Randy, we saw that there are 3 oars defensively, and we've asked you about the depth, but how difficult were those decisions, and how fluid might some of those starting positions be with your defense?
They're still fluid. It could change today after practice. When we go in and watch tape, the best guys are going to play, and we've told them that all along. So the guys have to come and compete at practice every day, and that could change between now and Saturday for sure.
So when you're running guys in and out, maybe because of the heat or whatever reason, you're not running guys in and out where you're worried about the second guys as much. You feel pretty...
Absolutely. We're trying to get guys to be fresh, number one, but number two, we want to see them play and to give those guys an opportunity to prove that they're the starter.
What strikes you about Albany so far? I know they've got a pretty good running back, but he didn't play last year.
Yeah.
I guess you guys have to go back and catch tape on him from a couple years ago.
Sure. They have 2 good running backs. Their running back from 2 years ago was a third-team All-American.
Right.
I believe he rushed for 1,600 yards, and he's back. And then they had a young man who I believe played as a true freshman last year, ran for almost 600 yards. So I believe they have 2 really good running backs. Very impressive young men. Thicker, not real tall, but good-looking young men. So I believe it'll be a challenge to bring them down.
Is that a matchup to watch with Zeiss, Virginis, Adowu, kind of trying to track those guys down, make sure they don't get away from them?
Absolutely. These guys are elusive football players, and they can not just run over you, but they can run around you.
Randy, the quarterback has a famous name.
Yeah.
How much do you know about him? And since he's new to their system, how do you try to prepare for...
Well, you don't. He went to Texas Tech, we believe, as a freshman, based on his bio. played a little bit there, and then he transferred to Miami for a few years, and then has transferred here, and has just been named the starting quarterback. So I'm excited to see, how he is. He looks like he's got a strong arm, and obviously he's a fifth-year senior, so he's an experienced guy.
Randy, with the depth that you have, now that you're into game planning mode, is it helpful that, you sort of get into sub packages where you have guys who might not be listed as a starter, but are you finding ways to use guys that might be listed as a number 2, but they're probably going to play a lot?
Sure, absolutely. We're going to again try to play as many as we can, and we have a lot in the game plan.
How excited are you to see this whole kind of, everything play out? Well, calls from the booth and Pat on the sideline and just the whole kind of everything that you've been working towards since you got here,
Sure.
kind of put into action this week.
Well, like I said, we've been doing it in every scrimmage. We've been doing it in a lot of practices itself, so it should go very smoothly. It's not like this will be the real first time, even though, it'll be the first time live in Heinz Field. But, we had spring game, and we've had scrimmages, and we've done it basically like we were there. So I anticipate it'll go smoothly.
Pat was telling us yesterday that Paris Ford's coming along nicely, but he's kind of a wild guy out there. He's a wild man on the field.
Yeah.
You got to kind of make sure you keep him under control. Is that part of his progression too? Is sort of staying in check mentally and emotionally and stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely. He's a fantastic athlete. He's got great instincts and great skills. He's just got to learn the defense and there's some little things that he's still learning, being a younger guy and moving around positions and all that. And so, he's still learning, but every day he's getting better. I'm very impressed.
Will your heart be pumping a little faster? This is your first time as a DC in Power 5?
No.
You to keep yourself cool?
Yeah, when I was a DC at Louisiana Tech, we played at Clemson and Auburn and places just as big as anywhere else. So even though we were not a Power 5 team, we played all those teams.
Dennis and Quentin named captains. How do they lead for you?
Well, Dennis is he's an experienced older guy who really leads the secondary, kind of gives them a calming presence. Quentin being in the middle of the defense is fantastic from a standpoint of everybody sees him. And when he's making plays, everybody gets excited. And, he's kind of the leader. Both those guys, being safety and linebacker, are the captains of the defense.
Anything final for Coach?